Welcome to episode 27 of Paul Plays in Portugal. This is my second attempt at this because I literally spoke or rambled on for about 10 minutes thinking I was recording a video, but I wasn't. I hadn't clicked on the start recording button. Bong! But never mind, here we are. It doesn't really matter because I hadn't started playing a match or anything, so it's not the end of the world. I just have to go through all of this stuff again, but we're in phenomenal form lately as we go into today's two matches where we take on Braga at home and Lejois away from home, who we do tend to like a goal against. Well, we both like to score goals. Crazy games against them in the past, but I'm hoping for a goal-heavy game, but for us to come out as winners. But yes, since the last episode, we beat Rio Ave 1-0, Rio Costa with an 88th minute crucial winner. Then we beat Vitória de Guimarães 2-0, Posignolo and Bruno Tabata with the goals, even though Marcel got sent off. This was a crazy game, 5-3 against Firenze. Wellington with 2 goals, Nakajima and Rui Costa with 2 goals. Crazy stuff, great for the neutrals. 6-1 win though, against the same team in the first leg of our Taça de Portugal semi-final. We are through to the final. I'm not even going to bother showing the second leg because I'm confident that we're not going to throw this away. Wellington, what a game. Game of his life. He scored a hat-trick, meaning 5 goals in 2 games for him. Nakajima scored, Rooney scored a rare goal, and Franco Lopez scored. They did have 2 players sent off, one of which was Vinegar, who we had on loan last season, remember. So they didn't really help themselves, but what a brilliant game. 3-0 win against Aruca away from home, really good result. Ivanic, Lopez and an own goal helped us win that one. And then a 2-0 win against Belenenses, we love beating. Nakajima with a penalty and Franco Lopez with the goals. And Lopez, his form has been revived. 15 goals now this season, 10 assists. I was worried about him. But no, I didn't need to worry. He's back on fire for us. And as is Wellington, 14 goals, 15 assists. Nakajima had a fantastic start to the season. He's the one that's actually dipping in form recently. And Rui Costa as well. He loves a goal when he plays. 8 goals in 7 starts and 11 sub-appearances. Really great stuff from him. And Ivanic is having a really good first season in Portugal. 8 goals and 8 assists from the Montenegrin. We are top of the table by 4 points ahead of Sporting. Sporting, Benfica and Porto have thrown it away. In particularly, Porto. They're below Benfica for the first time in this series, I think. I don't know what's happened to them, but, well, in fact, I do. European matches are getting in the way of Sporting, Porto and Benfica. Champions League is the problem for Sporting. As you can see there, they haven't won a league game for ages. They haven't won a game for ages, so they've flopped. They were top of the table by a few points, but we turned it around and we can go 7 points clear today. Benfica, 11 points behind us. Surely we don't have to worry about them now, but the Europa League is affecting their form, as you can see. And Porto, of all teams, they're struggling because of European football. They've not been in the greatest form for a while, to be honest. I don't understand how they're so far behind. Braga, who we're facing, are probably in slightly better form than the others. So it could be tough today against Braga. But surely we can't throw this away. We are on fire. We've only lost 2 league games all season. So I was moaning about the form of our team because of the Europa League. But overall, to win 20 games this season in the league out of 26, that is incredible. It really, really is. Having a wonderful time. And as you can see here, Lopez, despite me moaning about him, he's the joint 4th top goal scorer in the league this season. Wellington's the 2nd best average rating. He's scored the 3rd number of assists. We're having a brilliant time. So this is the team I'm going with to take on Braga today. A team that's on fire. Unfortunately, Lamas is injured, by the way. But other than that, we've got a relatively strong team. Palmer Brown's back at centre-back. The American has had a really good start to his Portimonense career. So, defensively, since Vinicius has kind of been dropped to the bench, we've been a little bit more solid. Touchwood. Marcel back in defensive midfield as a result. Let's get on with this match then. Braga appear to be playing quite a defensive tactic here with lots of men behind the ball and one guy up front. So they obviously are worried about my attacking threat. And there's no need to really change it up. We're just going to attack this Braga team, who we've had some success against over the 3 seasons. And they've had some success against as well. I think it's been quite an equal record. But did we draw against them? last, or did we beat? I can't remember. Can't remember our recent results against them. Here we go, though. 12 minutes in. Gribbin puts a free kick into the box, and it's fallen to Lopez. I don't know how, but he doesn't care. I don't care. We're 1-0 up. Inside 13 minutes. I think it just bounced off a defender. Let's have a look at this again. Callum Gribbin put the ball in. It hit a defender. That is awful defending. And Lopez slams it home. Oh, what's going on down here? Lopez is over there, and there's another player. Why is Lopez off the pitch? And why is he just walking around? What is going on here? It's very strange. Lopez is stuck. Lopez. My poor Lopez, why are you stuck there? He's turned into a robot, I think. Braga coming forwards. I think we're both down to 10 men at the moment. Not 100% sure what's going on, but they're coming forwards regardless. And this looks dangerous, but Marcel steps in brilliantly, but they're still on the ball through Stojkovic. And now Goncalves, I'm murdering these pronunciations, out wide to their Lopez, who puts the ball in, and that was too close for comfort. Oh, Lopez had picked up a knock. I think that's why he was off the pitch, but he's back on again. We might need to bring Rui Costa on, which I don't have a problem with, because he's prolific as well. Oh, it's hot in here. It's the Algarve weather for you. Boiling. And at half-time, nothing else has happened. We're still 1-0 up, which is pleasing. Would have been nice to get another goal. Don't get complacent out there. I'll just start the second half. I'm not going standard because it hasn't worked recently. We just attack. Attacking flexible is our style of play. And it's worked wonders for us in the last couple seasons in particular. My hands taste of curry paste. I've been making some cauliflower curry, which might not sound the most appetizing thing, but I love a bit of cauliflower, I do. Random fact of the day. Here's Gribbin. Back to Ivanic. Marcel. I literally could eat a bowl of plain cauliflower. Cooked, not raw. You know, I love it. Here's Fernando. The right back finds Wellington. Crosses it in. It's knocked away. Ivanic. Still Ivanic. It's cleared. And where's the defence? Palmer Brown, my friend. He should be... he's done well in the end. He's dragged him wide and Ferreira has an easy save. I think I'm going to have to bring Luciano off. He's knackered. He's dead. He's picked up a knock. And it's all Braga at the moment. But that's well wide. On comes Rui Costa for Lopez. We do have some tired legs out there. Wellington not having a very good game today. Marcel's dead. I'm going to bring Pedro Sá on for him. I like Pedro Sá. He's good. Does have the odd rash tackle as we've seen previously. Yeah, maybe I do need to go standing because Braga are dominating at the moment. But having said that, if they score here, then I'll want to keep on attacking, won't I? And that's just wide. We escape. Oh, I need more from you guys. Demand more. Luciano's looking nervous, but everyone else is looking motivated. I will take Wellington off. We're throwing on Bruno Tabata, the super sub, who hopefully won't need to be a super sub today. But Braga have won a corner, and that is a free header. Way too easy. We've literally done nothing in this second half, and that is very, very poor from us. Extremely poor. Maybe they were just distracted by me talking about cauliflower or something. I don't know. But that is pretty disgraceful stuff, and I think it's going to finish as a 1-1 draw. I'm just going to make a couple changes just for the last few minutes. Injury time to go. It's been a pretty boring game, actually. I suppose a 1-1 draw is fair, and that's an okay result for us because this was our game in hand. We don't go 7 points clear, but we do go 5 points clear, and that's okay, isn't it? I am going to be a bit harsh, though. Not happy with the result. 1-1 draw, not good enough. We've won so many games in a row. So then go and draw today. Lopez out for 3 to 4 days. I mean, every win is crucial. That draw, you know, if we suddenly lose a couple more games, then we're in trouble. But the thing is, that was the hardest game left for us this season, realistically. They're 5th. We don't have any of the other top teams. We've got Lejos, we've got Setúbal, we've got Maritimo, Vicente, Tondela, Moriense, and Aves. Birds. That's the last game of the season. So we should be winning the league. There's no excuse this year not to win the league. So the team we're taking on next, Lejos, they're 6th in the table. So this could be a tough game. We're playing the 2 toughest teams we have left in a row this season. They've just beaten Boa Vista 5-1. They know how to score goals. They've got Barros, who always scores against me. I guarantee he's going to score against me if he's fit. He's got 12 goals this season. He's deadly. It's time for our match against Lejos then, and they are on fire. Their manager's just won Manager of the Month. This is going to be tough because like I said previously, historically we tend to have some goal-heavy games against them. You'll notice Braga just beat Porto, so they've lost again, and they're only 1 point ahead of Braga as a result, so they really are failing. We're currently still 5 points clear of Sporting, even with this match in hand. So we can go 8 points clear. Sporting must have lost their last match as well. They did against Fires. What is going on with the big teams in Portugal? They are failing miserably. But we might lose today as well, because we are taking on a tough team. Bruno Lamas is back, which is good, because Ivanic has just picked up a knock by the looks of it. I don't know if it was I think it was an international break just now. I wasn't really paying attention. I just continued. So Lamas will come in. I'm going to put Ivanic on the bench though. Other than that, I think that's the only change I'm going to make. I'm pretty happy with the team. Let's do this. Some of you may have noticed in the last match that Nakajima's picture has changed, and yeah, I think it's quite fitting. Anyway, Barros is the key man to watch out for, like I said. He's their top goal scorer. He's going to score goals. Boa Morte. It's a different Boa Morte. Yeah, Luis Boa Morte must be about 45 by now. But they do have some good players. They've had a very good season. Finished up in 6th place. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, red and orange. That's a bit of a clash, I think. Not so keen on that. Bum 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 bum. Free kick. Gribbin puts it into the box game, but it's headed away. And here goes Ricardo Barros, the danger man. It's out wide to Rick Senna coming forwards. And we know they get on the attack. And it's crossed in and called it. Easy. He scores. He always scores against me. He's just this big lump up front. He's unstoppable. I don't know how to stop him. There literally is no way to stop him. And it's a free kick crossed in. And this time Ferreira does hold on to it. Where's bloody team instructions? Player instructions. I can never find these things. Here we go. We will, man. We're just going to do everything on him. Let's do everything. It's a throw-in in a dangerous position. And that is a pot. What was that? I mean, the pathetic throw-in. You don't just give the ball away. Ridiculous. Here they come. We've been in brilliant form until today. And a draw against Braga is okay. But, you know, it doesn't even matter if we lose, to be honest. We should still be winning the league. Gribbin 1-1. Lovely header from a Wellington cross. And their fans don't look too pleased about that, do they? Another throw-in. Will Fernando give it away again? He doesn't this time. Wellington back to Lamas. Oh, that was a good effort with his left foot. Just curled just over the bar. And at half-time, it's 1-1. They've had 65% of the possession. That's nothing new for us. I've just said I'm far from pleased because we've not really done anything apart from Gribbin's goal. Lamas with a good effort, but it was not a clear-cut chance. We're going to be more expressive. We're going to go for it. They're going for it. Two teams going for it. Makes for some entertaining football. But there's not been that many chances, to be honest. So perhaps our attacking play is just cancelling each other out somehow. Here's Gribbin running through Nakajima. Fires it wide. I tried to put a real picture of Nakajima on and it just didn't work. And I just randomly selected another photo in my downloads folder and it happened to be that one. So we've got a new face for Nakajima. It's annoying because I can't get it to work, his real face. Here they come, 20 minutes to... Oh my dad, what sort of tackle is that? Wellington! That is so out of character. It was a bizarre tackle from Wellington. Because he doesn't... It's just not Wellington. That's what I say in the post-match press conference when they say, shocking tackle from Wellington. He deserves everything he gets, doesn't he? And I'll say, yeah, it was a bad tackle, but it's so out of character. You know, he's a good lad around the training ground. He doesn't do that sort of thing. Anyway, we're going to have to make a change. And I'm not really sure what to do. I think what I would do is we'll bring Bruno Tabata on as an inside forward support. I'm going to go to standard, I think. Can we hang on for a draw? It somehow doesn't go in. I didn't know what to say there. I was just expecting it to hit the back of the net at any moment, and somehow it didn't. And that's a good header away by Posignolo. Come on, Lopez, run after that. We need some legs from you here. Good header away by Palmer Brown, but we've got no one on the edge, just mopping these things up. It's just coming back at us. And what is this sort of track? They're holding hands running after this, but that was hilarious. And then Bruno Lamas just fouled him, kicked him in the back of the shin. Back of the shin? You mean the shin's at the front? The back of the shin is the calf. Anyway, I'm going to bring on... Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong buttons. There's too many buttons. That's what this series should be called. There's too many buttons. Oh, I want to go to this view. Here we go. Lamas is coming off of Pedro Soares. He's going to play as a ball-winning midfielder on support. I'm going to take off Lopez and throw on Rui Costa for the last few minutes. He can play as a false 9. Let's go with a false 9 approach. It's a bit more withdrawn, I think. And, well, we are playing for the draw now, I feel. But they won another corner, headed away by Marcel pretty easily, but we don't have anyone closing down, really. Crossed in, and Ferreira just about holds onto it. Barros looking for another goal. 12 minutes with 10 men. Wellington, what were you doing? I just don't understand why he made that tackle. He slid in ridiculously, but he didn't even have to make a tackle, I don't think. Here they come. Keeping possession, but Pedro Soares wins it back. Rui Costa out right to Nakajima. He's going to work his magical spell. What a ball into Bruno Tabata. I was hoping for a super sub goal, but no, he's fired it wide. Luciano's on a 6.1. Terrible. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go defensive and just hit on the break, basically. Hit on the break. 4 minutes of injury time. What's going to happen? Can we hang on, or can we miraculously get a winner against all odds? Nakajima's never going to win that, is he? What's Marcel even trying to do? Here's Barros, the danger man, the big lump up front, who I almost signed in the first season. I just thought he didn't fit our system, but I might regret it. Oh, he's missed it. Somehow he's headed that wide. 2-1-1 draws in today's episode. Who'd have thought that? I mean, it's not uncommon, is it? But yeah, I was hoping for at least one win. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter because all the other teams are doing well. And they're not doing well. They're not doing well. Not doing well? I can't even remember what I said. I can't remember anything. It doesn't really matter because all the other teams are failing. So it does actually mean, despite 2 draws today, I keep clicking on the wrong button. We are 6 points clear of Sporting and 9 points clear of Benfica and 11 points clear of Porto. And we're still unbeaten for a long time in the league, and we should be winning the remainder of our games. The next episode will be the last 2 league games of the season, 2 away games against Moreirense and Aves, and then after that it should be a Taça de Portugal Cup final to end our 3rd season. So 2 big episodes where we can possibly win the Portuguese double. That would be marvellous. But thank you for watching today's episode. If you haven't done so already, please press that thumbs up button. It'd be very much appreciated. I'll see you very soon.